welcome to the Absolute Gamecast. On my continuous streak of playing Pokemon fan games and ROM hacks, I decided to retread and play Pokemon Bushido. While I have played this before, it has been a while since I last played it, and I forgot most of it. I wanted to immortalize my playthrough for everyone to see. If you haven't played this game, I recommend you check it out for yourself first before watching this video. I get introduced to the Aisho region and learn about the first Pokemon trainers known as Kenshi and their code of honor from Samurai Sukiro, who is currently preparing my friend Akane and I for our final test before we become true Kenshi. If you've played Sword and Shield, which I assume you have, every battle of this game plays very similar to Opal's Gym, with mid-battle effects, only most of them don't require you to answer questions. Opponents can inflict you with status conditions, set up, or manipulate the battlefield at the start of a battle. And most bosses do it multiple times throughout their battle. Do you get to do it, too? No. But despite getting one of the questions wrong, I beat Sukiro with the power of knowing how type matchups work, and he congratulates me on finishing my final test. He gives me a choice of which of the 3 starters I want, so I choose Oshawott and name it Shredder. Sukiro tells me and Akane to go to Hagane City to participate in the tournament there, so I can be sorted into one of the clans that specialize in one of the 18 types. We headed out, and along the way I checked in with my character's aunt, who's the parental figure in this game since both parents are missing. I also caught a couple of Pokemon to add to the team: Loyalty, the male Ralts, Flo the Cottony, and Terramite the Dwebble. Upon arriving, I'm introduced to 2 more Kenshi, Suku and Kyoko, who have also come to be assigned with us. I fight the 2 of them and then Akane. I defeat them all handily. We all get assigned. Suku is assigned to the Bug-type Konshu clan, Akane is assigned to the Fire-type Nensho clan, Kyoko is reluctantly assigned to the evil Dark-type Akui clan, and I don't get assigned to a clan because I'm simply built different. While the Master Shogun is confused and trying to find out what to do with me, the aforementioned Akui clan appears and initiates a terrorist attack on the temple we're currently in, so yeah, that happened. They yell for everyone to drop to the ground and surrender their Pokemon, to which I step up, clobber them, and steal their Shadow Pokemon, which are also in this game. And they work the same as Coliseum and XD if you've played those games, which I haven't. The clan members are frustrated and disappear in a puff of smoke after corrupting and stealing some of everyone else's Pokemon, including Akane's Darumaka. After they leave, everyone turns to each other and say, "We have to stop them," by which of course we mean you have to stop them. I am the protagonist, I guess. Set off to fight the first clan leader, Harumi, from the Komore clan in Tsuchi village, catching Techno the Toxel and Plummet the Shadow Torracat on the way. In this game, the big 3 clan leaders act as basically the gym leaders of this game, and by defeating them we can upgrade our katana to allow us to explore more of the region. We arrive in the village and collect the special leaves that act as our gym challenge, but unfortunately the old man watching over the temple says we can't fight Harumi since she isn't here right now, and that we should visit the shrine to the east to look for her. Arriving at the shrine, we learn that the Akui clan and one of their admins have taken over the shrine and plan to corrupt Virizion, who lives there, which they succeed at, and the Komori clan arrive with Harumi leading them. Her indecision gives the Akui clan time to escape, but they run and hide in a cave a foot away, so they aren't trying very hard and are easily found while I fight Virizion. At the time, I had to save and quit, but due to an issue with saving over my past file, I ended up losing everything and having to start over from scratch, which took a few hours the next day, but it worked out. I finally defeat Virizion, freeing it from its corruption, and regroup with the Komori clan to help defeat Akui admin Mashiro. After a hard battle, I defeat the Akui clan again, and Harumi sends them packing after she decides that she has to step up as a leader and agrees to battle me at the dojo. We fought our way to the top of the dojo, challenged Harumi, and lost a few times since I had no Pokemon with super effective moves other than Techno, who was literally a Toxel, until after one of my attempts. I eventually beat her, and she teaches me how to use Rock Smash with my katana so I can travel to the Nensho dojo up north. Before heading out, I also return to the shrine where Suku teaches me how to purify Plummet, which would have been really nice to have a fire type before the grass trial, but that's in the past now, it's fine. fight my way up north and collect the leaves for the trial before being told that the Akui clan still hasn't learned their lesson and is trying to mine a mineral from the local mine that increases the power of shadow Pokemon, which is bad. I travel into the mine and spend a few hours playing the Sinnoh mining minigame and collecting treasure, including a Sunstone so Flo can evolve. I tried to find a Dawnstone since loyalty was falling off at this point and I wanted a Gallade, but unfortunately I never found one, so I figured I should, play the game. So I do, and I run into the second admin, Hodoke, who's fighting the clan leader, Nori, who I came to challenge. Hodoke takes a break from crying and feeling sorry for himself to corrupt Terrakion and sends him to attack the village full of a bunch of innocent people, so once again it's up to the literal 10-year-old to stop him while Nori handles the Akui clan. Hodoke comes out to see Terrakion beat up and purified and gets mad and threatens to beat me up, so Nori and I Uno reverse his threat on him in a double battle with a random grunt he pulled aside to fight with him. Nori takes me to meet his bedridden mom who Akane mentioned after she tells Nori how proud she is that she was able to stop being stubborn and team up with another human being, and Nori accepts my challenge. I was pretty confident since my team is well prepared to deal with fire types, and as I hoped, it went well with my team washing him away with a few road bumps along the way. I was taught how to walk on water with my katana, so now I can cross the ocean to get to the dojo of the Shimizu clan. I crossed the ocean and catch a Palisand since at this point I still hadn't found a Dawnstone and loyalty was really starting to fall behind compared to the rest of the team. So I thought I would replace him temporarily until I found a Dawnstone, or permanently if I couldn't find one. But right after I caught it, and before I could add it to the team, on a nearby island I found a Dawnstone and was able to evolve loyalty into a Gallade. And right before I got to the next village too. I arrived at the nearest town and had a battle with Suku before continuing on my way and arriving at Izumi Village. As we arrive into the village, we bump into Kyoko, who reiterates that despite being assigned to the Akui clan, she doesn't stand by their goals and lets us in on their current plan to invade the local shrine and corrupt Cobalion. We surf across the island and meet Kuro, the final admin at the shrine, who immediately knocks me unconscious by ordering his Obstagoon to use Double Edge on me. A few in-game hours later, I wake up, and Kuro, who had just been standing there for literal hours waiting for me to wake up instead of doing literally anything else, hits me with a Skyrim reference before monologuing for a long time about how much of a sadist he is and how that makes him the most morally good Pokemon trainer ever because he lets his Pokemon beat up whoever they want, whenever they want. Sure, champ, keep telling yourself that. Shimizu leader Mai shows up to shut him up and rescue me, causing Kuro to run off in anger and hide in a cave just outside the shrine. If I had a nickel for every time the Akui clan admin thought running to a cave literally a foot away was a foolproof hiding place, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right? We trail Kuro to the cave a foot away from our current location, and once we get there I find a set of unknown tile puzzles like the ones in the Ruins of Elf, which I really like, so I had a lot of fun working through these. At the back of the cave we finally fight Kuro and defeat him. He gets so mad that he forces his Hydreigon to use Draco Meteor to bury the cave, but with help from Kyoko, we escape unscathed and head back to the shrine where Shadow Cobalion is about to go on a rampage, but we hop in and subdue it. Kuro retreats, and recognizing the team's strength, Mai lets us know that we can now collect the leaves and challenge the dojo, which we do. It took a few tries and a few hours of training, but I was able to beat Mai, the last of the big 3 clan leaders. My katana's almost complete, and we're now able to visit the Shogun from the tournament, who sends me on the mission that the Royal Samurai, my character's father, went missing trying to fulfill, to travel to the Yami Island and defeat the Akui clan once and for all. I accept the mission and fly to the starting town, eastbound for the island. We run into a huge cloud that prevents the entry to the island, but after praying to the shrines, battling Sensei Sukiro, and powering up my katana, I can now banish the clouds. Passing through the Eastern Ocean, I get ambushed by a member of the Akui clan who had a Shadow Absol, which I wanted to catch, but I wasn't well prepared, and after running out of Pokeballs I was forced to feint it. I decided to continue on to avenge the Absol. We dock at the island and meet up with Sensei Sukiro, who helps me out by healing my Pokemon, which I had to do a lot. He also sells items, but I never really had to do that. We make our way around, deleting all the grunts littering the island and collecting keys to access the dojo. We're not able to access the upper floors due to a bunch of purple fire blocking the stairs, so we have to go into the basement where we find a room full of jailed shadow Pokemon and a human guy, the royal samurai who was captured by the Akui clan leader who's yet to be revealed but we're still getting to soon, and Akane's Darumaka who, similarly to Hugh's sister's Purloin in Black 2 White 2, has evolved under the supervision of the villain team and is now a Darmanitan. We want to open the cages, but we need the key first, so we head deeper into the basement where a group of Akui clan grunts steal my katana and split up, making me need to find out which one has it, which I do, break a nearby rock, fight another grunt, and finally grab the key, and free all the Pokemon and Ryo, the royal samurai. After freeing Ryo, he teaches me a new technique that can erase the flames. I head up and fight the admins again and reach the top floor of the dojo where the Akui clan's leader, Hattori, my character's mother, reveals that before meeting Ryo, she was adopted into an abusive household as a child, and how the treatment of her led to her hating the world and believing society was wrong and had to be destroyed. She hops on Shadow Lugia from XD and flies away to Hagane City to begin her clan's reign of destruction. I fly to the city, which has now been nearly fully invaded by the Akui clan. We fight our way to the dojo to stop Hattori and save Aisho. Everyone from across the journey comes together to hold off the Akui clan while I scale the dojo. From my fellow Kenshi friends, to the clan leaders, to Ryo, Sekiro, and the Shogun. We arrive at the top floor. It's time for the final battle, which I proceed to lose before I even defeat her first Pokemon and have to go back to Yami Island to train, which I do. But if you want to know how well it went, I became so desensitized by the monotony that I accidentally killed a shiny sock and felt nothing afterwards. Then after only training 2 Pokemon past level 80, my game crashed and I lost hours of work. The next day I had to train, fight Mai, and clear Yami Island all over again, but it's okay, I'm fine. After I got caught up, I re-attempted the final battle over and over again to slowly level up until I was able to win out of pure luck with lots of healing and reviving Pokemon repeatedly, and a couple instances of the AI throwing for content. I might have won by pure luck, but sometimes luck is a strategy. Not an honorable one, but a strategy nonetheless. Hattori is confronted by the Swords of Justice and passes out, where she has a mental conversation with her younger self about how even if she was abused as a child, that doesn't mean that her life is all bad. And there are plenty of good things in her life that she likely never would have had if her life turned out differently. A loving husband, a talented son, and a real family to love her the way her adopted parents never had. Reflecting on her life and choices, she realizes that she was wrong and that she had become so blind to hate that she lost sight of what was right in front of her. And just like that, Pokémon Bushido comes to an end. I enjoyed the game, but it did feel like there was a difficulty spike once you hit Yami Island. It could just be me, and I feel like it is a product of the game's shorter length. If it was too easy, the game would probably feel even shorter, so I can understand why the game might have needed to compensate by increasing the levels of some of the later fights. I still recommend playing the game for yourself if you haven't yet, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Not gonna force you, do what you want. Thanks for tuning in, and that's a video. Bye.